Next question reads, there are 35 girls and 15 boys in a badminton club. What fraction of the members are boys? 15 boys are there out of a total of 35 plus 15 candidates, which means 50 candidates. Both are divisible by 5, so 3 times and 10 times 3/10. That's the answer. Moving on to our next question. We have to find out in the given figure, MON is a dash angle, MON. If we closely observe the arrows are given, this is an arrow this way, so MON over here, this is a straight angle. We have two possible options, A and C eliminated. Next, SOQ is dash angle, SOQ, this one, that's an acute angle over here. This is our answer. Moving on to the next question, how many minutes are there in 1/20th part of 6 hours? 1/20 of 6 hours. Now further, since we are asked minutes, hours should be converted to minutes by multiplying 60. So we multiply 60 in the same expression. 23 times is 60. 6 multiplied to 3 multiplied to 1 is nothing but 18. So yes, option C is the answer. Moving on to the next question. Number 24, a certain number when divided by 4 gives a remainder of 3. Okay, so let's start playing with the options. 55. Let's start dividing 55 by 4. 1 times 4, 15. Okay, 15. 3 times we can take 12. Remainder of 3. Matches. The same number when divided by 3 leaves the remainder of 2. 3 1 times 3, 15. 3 4s are 12. No, it's again leaving a remainder. Sorry, it's completely divisible. It's completely divisible. So this is not matching. So that's not the answer. Moving on to the next option, 71. If we divide 71 by 4, 7 times 28, remainder 3. Again matches the first criteria. The second one we should check. 3 2 times is 6, 1 11, 3 3 times is 9, 2. Matching the second criteria as well. When divided by 3, leaving a remainder of 2. When divided by 4, leaving a remainder of 3. So yeah, that's the answer. Moving on to our next question, Nina bought a packet of 120 beads. She used 2/3 of the beads to sew onto the back, okay, and 1/12 of it to sew onto the top. So basically, she has used 2/3 of it on bag and 1/12 on top. So total she has used is, this 2/3 can also be written as 8/12. The total she has used so far is 8/12 plus 1/12. That's already a 9/12. So she is left with 9 out of 12 portions used. So 3 out of 12 portions left out of 120 beads. So that's 30 beads used for scarves, the first question. We have two possible options, 30 and 30 over here. How many more beads were used to sew a bag than a top? For bag used 8/20, for top used 1/12, 8/12, and for top used 1/12. So the difference is of 7/12 portions of 120 beads. Again, that's 70. So the difference is 70. 30, 70. Option A is the answer. Moving on to question number 26. The time in Singapore is 21:30. That means 9:30 p.m. And the time in New York is 9:30 on the same day. 9:30, that means 9:30 a.m. as per 24-hour clock system. So what is the difference in time? It's straight 12 hours difference AM, PM. So yeah, option C is the answer. Moving on to question number 27. Find the perimeter of the whole figure not drawn to scale. So over here, we should add 14 plus 2 plus 47 plus 25 plus 22 plus 38 and 71 plus 8 plus 41 over here. Next we have 11, 20 and 9. Again we have a 25 and a 10. Again we have an 11 and a 28. So we can just simply, we can simply group them up, or you can just add them all together. When you add them all together, you get 382 centimeter. We don't find them in the options. This is 364. This shows 643. This shows 383. So none of these has to be the answer. Moving on to the next question, number 28. Priyank filled a pail with 3 liter, 125 milliliter of water, a jug with 2 liter, 50 milliliter, that means 050 milliliter of water, and a bottle with only 600 milliliter of water. So how many liters did he use altogether? So we have to add all these up. That would give us a 0 plus 5 plus 0. That's 5 over here. That's a 5 over here. 5 plus 2, 7, 6 plus 1, 7, 3, 2, 5. 5 liters, 757, 775 milliliter. Option A is the answer. Moving on to question 29. The question reads, Tina, Sheena, and Veena run on different tracks on a rectangular field if the dimensions of the tracks are given below. The dimensions are given below. The first track is 6 by 8. Then this is increasing by 3 in both length and width. This is increasing by 2. So basically this one is the final one is increasing by 3 plus 2, 5 meters in length as well as in width. 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2, this 3 and then a 2. So 3 plus 2, 5 in length as well as in breadth. Okay, so you have to find the difference between the length of boundary track 3 and track 1. So track 3 and track 1. What is track 1's distance? Distance means if someone is running around, that means it's covering the perimeter. So perimeter of track 1 is 2 times of length plus breadth, 2 times of 6 plus 8, which is 2 times of 14, that's 28 meters. Now track 3, as we just figured out, is increasing by 5. So 6 becomes 11, 6 plus 5, 11, and 8 plus 5 becomes... Okay, no, it's increasing both ways. 5 over here also, 5 over here also, it's increasing. So it's increasing by 10 actually. In the length is increasing by 10, 5, 5, 10. In the width also 5, 5, 10. It is increasing. So 6 becomes 16 and 8 becomes 18. So 2 times of 16 plus 18 is 2 times of 34, which is 68 meters. So the difference is 68 minus 28. That's 40 meters difference. Option B is the answer. The next question reads, in a certain state, 52 lakh 61,989. 52 lakh 61,989 students were enrolled total. Of these, that means out of this, 19 lakh 65,233 students were in primary and 20 lakh 6,756 were in high school. The rest were in middle school. So what is the number of the students enrolled in the middle school? So obviously the difference is in middle school, these minus this 2. So if we add these 2 and subtract it from the total amount, if we add these 2 and subtract it from the total amount over here, That would lead us to 12,90,000. Now we have to round it off to nearest lakhs. So 12,90,000 is nothing but 13 lakhs. Option B is the answer. Moving on to the next question, number 31. What multiplied to 5 would give you a 5? Obviously an odd number. If we just look at the table of 5 or the multiples of 5, 5 multiplied to odd numbers gives you 5. So it should be an odd number. 7 possible, 7 possible, all of them have 7. So that means this one is 7 over here. 10 5s are 35, carry 3. Now 5 multiplied to something plus 3 giving me 8. That means whatever it is multiplied to, again is giving me 5 at the end. Just because of that, 5 plus 3 is giving me 8 as the result in the ones place. So again, S also has to be an odd number. 3 odd, possible, possible. This is even, not possible. This is again odd, possible. So if we just consider 3, since all the options shows 3, so S3, 5 3s are 15 plus 3, 18, 8 carry 1. Again, what multiplied to 5 plus 1 would give you 6. 5 plus 1 gives me 6. That means again on multiplying, we should get an odd number because anything multiplied to 5 should be an odd number. So that my result is having 5 in the ones place. So odd number over here, possible. Over here, not possible. Over here is again an even number, not possible. So this has to be the answer. Let's cross verify. 2, 4, 5, 3, 7 when multiplied to 5 gives me 7, 5, 25, carry 3, 5, 3, 15, 18, 8, carry 1, 25 and 126, carry 2, 20 and 2, 22, 10 and 2, 12. Matching? Yeah, so that's the answer. Moving on to the next question, which of the following shows the correct prime factorization of 108? 254, 227, 9, then 9 is written as 9 and 1, wrong. 108 starts with 3, wrong. You should always start with the lowest number. 254, 227, 3, 9, 3 is again 3, 9 is again 3, and 3, 3 is 3, 1, 3, 1. So this is correct. So that's the answer. Moving on to question number 33, which of the following sets show the multiples of 75? These are not even multiples, wrong. 1 cannot never be a multiple, wrong. 75, 150 is okay, but 275 is wrong. 75 3 times is not 275, it's 225. So option D is the answer. 75, 150, 225, 300, and so on and so forth. How many more triangles must be shaded so that AB is the line of symmetry? This is AB over here. This one is AB over here. So to make it line of symmetry against this, one should be shaded over here. Against this one should be shaded 2. Against this one should be shaded 3. This and this is already balanced. Again, this should be shaded 4. So 4 more triangles should be shaded. Option C is the answer. Moving on to question number 35. Over here, we have lots of calculations. 4 by 5 minus 3 by 14. If we just solve, 70 would be the LCM. 5 14 times, so 4 14 times is 56. And this is already 14. 5 times, so 3 5 times. 14 4 times and 5 3 times. 56 minus 15, that's 41 by 70. Less than 3/4 minus 3 by 20. LCM would be 20. 4 5 times, so 3 5 times is 15. Minus 3, that's 12 by 20. 12 by 20 is again 6 by 10. So 41 by 70, less than that is 70 being the LCM again, 7 times. So 6 7 times is 42 minus 41, 1 by 70. So this side we have 1 by 70. This side 3 by 7. On the right hand side, 3 by 7 plus 1/3. 21 is the LCM. 7 3 times, so 3 3 times is 9. 3 7 times, so 1 7 times is 7. 9 plus 7, 16 by 21 is the answer. More than 7 by 12 minus 1/4. 12 would be the LCM, so 7 would stay. 4 3 times, so 1 3 times is 3. 4 by 12. So 16 by 21 more than 4 by 12. If we add them up, we could have simplified this to further 1/3. That would help us ease our 4 by 12 could have been simplified to 1/3. That would ease our LCM method. So if we just take 1/3 over here again, instead of 4 by 12, 21 would be the LCM, 16 stays, 3 4 times, so 1 4 times is 4. That's 20 by 21 over here. 3 7 times is 21, so this is 7, so that's 16 plus 7, 23 by 21. So on the left, we found out 1 by 70. On the right, we found out 23 by 21. So if we have to compare again, now we should cross multiply 170 and 23 by 21. We should cross multiply. So this is 21, this is 23 into 70. So obviously less than. Option C is the answer.